Hi, here's a video about why I'm selling this and why it isn't bad, it's just not for me. This is my live setup. The heart of it is this Roland MX1. I've got 3 slots filled up and I've got 1 missing. So of course, I really want something to fill up the slot. I was thinking I wanted some kind of pad machine, like some kind of Juno thing. And when this came along, it just seemed like the perfect thing because not only did it have those sounds, it had all these chords, and I just thought it would fit really nice. It'd be nice for jamming. I could have a track going, and I just could add some interesting harmony to the track. But it's not quite gelling with me. So let's have a look. So these are the patterns. If I hit pattern, I can choose different ones. And personally, none of these really float my boat. I tried to make some, made some simple ones. So the first thing I found difficult is like if I choose a new pattern, say, and then say I've got something going, just with a bit of melodic stuff going on. So then I need to hit shift and chord. So there's quite a lot of button pushes to remember. That's one thing, it's a bit tricky, but I don't mind that. That's just a classic Roland thing. So I'm going to turn variation off. I haven't really explored that very much. So let's see if we can make any of those. One thing, I think they're all basically in C, and this track is in C, so that kind of makes it easier. And you can transpose it, but I just let me try and show you what I mean. That's quite nice. Let's just put in those chords. It's a tiny bit more cheesy than I'd normally like to do. So you can play them in, but this is where it gets a bit weird. So if I hit that step, so this is just entering them in. Okay, and then if we hit, how do I? Oh yeah, last. Okay, so if I hit shift and last here, I can make it 4. And then if I hold pattern, so yeah, so let's see what that sounds like. I mean, that's actually, I'm quite happy with that. But it's not, you know, it's kind of okay, but it's not exactly the kind of thing I would do. Basically, it's fine if you just want notes to go on for a bar. So basically, if I hit pattern and then I change this, so it's like, that will be, I think each one of these will be 2 bars. That kind of sounds quite cool to me. But what I'd often want to do is have shorter things. One of the great things about this is the sequence is quite long, because you get like 64 steps, I think, which can be as long as 2 bars or as short as a 16th. So if I make it a 16th, because quite often I don't want it to just, so if I make it 1/4, I think that's a 16th. And then let's choose a different chord, shift chord, a chord bank, turn variation. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? That's kind of quite Detroit techno-y. So say I want that pattern. Let's try and record that in. So can you see how now the pattern's like too short, so, and also it's doing this 16th pattern, which isn't what I want. I want this. Kind of a bit weird. So let's do shift last and make it. So I may need to make it long because I'm having it in 16ths or quarter notes according to the. So now I've got individual notes. So I need to hit the chord. It's funny, this is like the easiest I'm ever finding it. I've always struggled more than this to get something. So that's... Can I can't see how to edit the step here. And this is kind of it. And if I've got something with more going on, let me try and do another track. So not in C. And then chord. So I don't like the way... maybe there's a setting that I can change. Maybe I just haven't read the manual properly. But let's change the lengths back to like 4. And then I have to hit shift and chord. So I'm not sure what key this is in. I can transpose it if I hit key, so shift and key. Maybe I need to be here, and I can go up or down. So say I put a simple... Right. Can you kind of see how it's just not that intuitive? And also the kind of chords, they sound cool, and I think you can hear, like, it's quite nice. I wouldn't necessarily come up with that, but I do have enough theory that I can kind of make chords like in this 707. So let's go back to pattern, clear, record off, pattern. Okay, so step 1, step 2. And then let's just make the whole thing just too long. Oh, shift and fast. I am starting to get used to the button pushes a little bit. Exit. So that's not in tune, so let's try and get that in tune. So I'll hit shift and key. But that's not transposing it, so it's not that easy to just transpose it. And again, maybe I'm getting it wrong somewhere, but basically it just hasn't been. I think if you're just using it on its own, it's great. It does everything it says it should, and it has got a lot of chords in, which is really nice way of adding to your production. But what I'm trying to do, I've got this whole ecosystem, and it just doesn't fit in quite as nicely as I thought it would. Like, how can I transpose this? Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but pattern key. No, shift key. Or does that just change? Doesn't change what's there. Maybe that just changes what you add. So then I can't preview it. So this is the problem. I can't easily find a chord that goes with what I've got going. So I've got a different track. So that's not in key. So exit. So maybe 2 more. And they're not going with it. I know there's like 100 chord banks. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of nice. So it's great. It does a lot. It sounds great. I haven't looked at a lot of the features, but you know, you can change the resonance and the envelope. It's got delay and reverb, which again is a really nice touch, because in this setup, quite often I wish there was an inbuilt reverb on stuff or delay. I don't know. That's what I think. And this is why I'm selling it. So that's why it's going. I hope that was helpful. Catch you in the next one.